I once got into this debate with a Christian girl in a chat room, and she kept insisting that a lie is a lie is a lie. I couldn't agree with her, because how can a lie be a lie be a lie when so often we can't even pin down if something is a lie? Which brings up the good question. What is a lie?
Difference between 60 seconds.
So what is a lie? Is a lie a statement that isn't true? Or is a lie an intentional deception? If it's a statement that isn't true, then one could use technically true statements to deceive, and they wouldn't be lies. So say, for example, your wife asks you, "Is there another woman?" And you say, "No, honey. You're the only woman in my life." Failing to mention that you've got a boyfriend that you're shacking up with. You say, "Technically I didn't lie." Well, technically what you said was true, but I think technically that's a lie. So perhaps a lie is a deception. So then what happens if you're passing on a lie? In other words, let's take an example. Your boss tells you, "Go tell the customer that the product's going to be ready to ship on Friday." And you do that, not knowing any better. Of course, your boss knows darn well that the product isn't going to be ready for at least a week or two, and he just wants the customer to stop calling him 3 times a day. But you didn't know that. As far as you knew, you were telling the truth. You had no intention of deceiving, so were you lying? Even though you were part of a lie, your boss was intentionally trying to deceive the customer and using you to do it. So perhaps you told a lie, but you weren't lying. Or does the statement not become a lie anymore since you weren't trying to deceive? That doesn't really make any much sense. And what if you had like some uncertainty? Like, let's say when your boss told you that, you thought to yourself, "I don't know. Is he just asking me to say that to get this guy off his back? Or is it really going to be ready on Friday?" But you go ahead and say it anyway. Is that a lie? Even if you actually believed that it would be ready on Friday, but you kind of had doubts, but you said it with certainty. Is that a lie? How about any statement that you say with more certainty than you actually have? I mean, you're saying what you believe, but you're expressing a level of certainty that you don't have, which is a deception. If those are lies, then almost a good portion of what you say, almost everything, is a lie. In fact, I would say that pretty much everything you say has at least some aspect of lie to it. For this video, Mozza actually originally wanted us to keep tabs of how many lies we tell in a day, and there's, to me, lie, like I said, it's a spectrum. It's an area of gray. Yeah, there's a big difference between the one side and the other side, the black and the white at the ends of this gray spectrum, but where you can obviously tell something that's very truthful or very dishonest, but There's a whole gray area in between, and most conversation falls in that gray area. So, where do you draw the line? How do you keep tabs for that? I think a more honest kind of tabulating system would be to have a scale. Like every sentence that you say, rated on a scale from 1 to 7 of how honest it was. Also, on the subject of the morality of lying, this is slightly off topic, but it's related. Oftentimes I hear used as an example. Matter of fact, not just oftentimes, almost every time when someone tries to defend that the idea that lying is not necessarily wrong, they bring up the, what happens if Nazis come knocking on your door asking you if you're hiding Jews in the attic, which I think there's no need to get quite that extreme. Because you can just, with everyday things, if you're planning a surprise party for someone and you don't tell them about it, or you even lie about it, is that wrong? Especially since the person you're lying to in the end is going to appreciate the lie because they like the surprise. People like that. People like stories and jokes that have that little twist in them, that you're being misled the whole way. Is it wrong to mislead someone when they want to be misled? Even if they say they don't? I mean, if someone were to come to you and say, hey, I just put up this new video on YouTube. I've been working on it for like 2 weeks. It took me like 14 hours of editing just to get it done. Tell me what you think. And be honest, please. Don't just try to flatter me. Tell me what you really think of the video. You know what?